The Addams family are probably one of the richest fictional families of all time. We don't know exactly how much money they have, but it has to be in the multi-million or maybe even billion, because they live in a giant gothic mansion, have a butler, and they throw their money around like it's nothing. In most adaptations, the plots revolve around someone trying to rob them or something that has to do with their money. So I'll be going through the Addams Family adaptations to find out where all this money came from, and we'll see how the Addams Family became so wealthy. So we all know that Gomez Addams is the breadwinner of the Addams Family, even though he doesn't have an average 9-to-5 job. In the 1964 series, all of the other members of the family had a job at least once in the show, but they either got fired or quit by the end of the episode. And in the 1991 film, they all got jobs when Tully took their money and their mansion, but they got it back by the end, so that doesn't really count. So I think it's safe to say that Gomez definitely brings in most of the money. He even says that no one in the family has worked for at least 3 centuries.
You don't understand. I want to work.
Work? Watch your language, boy. We Addamses haven't worked in 300 years. Supervisor, manage, yes, but work, never.
So if he doesn't work, where does he get his money? If you search up Gomez Addams' occupation on Google, it says Gomez is a business tycoon, a lawyer, and a playboy? Well, maybe he is, but I'm not sure if that's his occupation. In many adaptations, especially the 1964 Addams Family series, Gomez speaks of his many businesses. He owns a crocodile farm, a uranium mine, a tombstone factory, and many more. Gomez is also often seen looking at his stocks for his different businesses on the stock ticker. One time he bought a swamp for scenic value and there was a large amount of oil under it, so we can see that Gomez is very good at investing his money. But I'm pretty sure that he only invests in stocks for the thrill of it.
No! No!
How's the market, dear?
Closed. I just do this to keep in practice.
Very sensible. If there's another crash, you'll be ready for it.
Gomez would have loved cryptocurrency. He also went to law school and is a non-practicing lawyer. They call him Loophole Addams and they say he never lost a case. But he also never won a case either, so he's truly a non-practicing lawyer. I think the only time he actually had a case was when Grandmama went to jail, so that might have been the only day he worked in his life. But in the 1991 film, he did represent himself in court, so that might count. But he also lost that case, so.
Have no fear. Justice shall prevail. The courts will decide. They say a man who represents himself has a fool for a client. Well, with God as my witness, I am that fool.
I'll be crying if I look like that too, bro.
Since Gomez doesn't actually work, where does he get so much money to invest in his businesses? It's said that Gomez comes from Castilian royalty and he inherited his riches from them. The Kingdom of Castile was a Spanish kingdom in the Middle Ages, and it later got merged with a few other kingdoms to become modern-day Spain. Gomez and Grandmama moved to the United States when he was a child and took some of that vast Castilian inheritance with them.
You mad Castilian.
But this wouldn't apply to the Wednesday series because Gomez is known to have indigenous American ancestry and is Mexican, unlike the 1964 Gomez who is a Spaniard. I assume that the other adaptations are also Spanish because they never said he wasn't. In the 1973 series, Gomez also says that his great-great-great-grandfather traded land with Native Americans.
Of course, it's my great-great-great-great-granddaddy, Van Dyke Addams. He helped purchase Manhattan from the Indians.
Because of this, Gomez and the rest of the Addams family were bequeathed Central Park in this episode. So that means Gomez owns Central Park, and that definitely adds billions of dollars to his net worth. And in the 1991 film, the Addams family have a whole hidden treasure trove in their basement with all the old Addams family treasures. Gomez also pays Tully in gold coins, further proving that the Addams family comes from extremely old money. This also might prove that in the 1991 and 1993 films, the Addams family's house was passed down to Gomez. So now we see how Gomez has so much money. By investing in stocks, owning many businesses, being a lawyer, but most of the money probably comes from being a Nepo baby and inheriting it all from his ancestors. That's why they can spend money to buy the kids at Uncle Fester so much dynamite, drop $50,000 to buy a finger trap that they already own, and spend thousands to feed Gomez's toy train addiction. But either way, the Addams family isn't greedy about their wealth. They're actually very selfless and charitable people, always helping out those in need. You know what they say about widows and orphans.
Let's keep it.
Hush, Mama.
It's for charity. Widows and orphans. We need more of them.